got that glow. And one thing they hate worse than you having that glow is when you know you got that glow. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. So give them a reason to keep hating on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, or farming home up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Know some people I love, put some smut on my name. I'ma still love them the same. I'ma love them from outside.
There you go, talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Classic! I'm only gonna do this once. Yeah!
Fighting out of the southpaw stance.
Oh yeah!
Standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you, boy, I'm made different. I work too hard, ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. It's from the dirt, it's from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with me. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. In the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make-a-wishing me. I got these hoes in the frenzy. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks. Need a little more conversation, cause I still be trying to see. I be listening with my eyes. Yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused. Want the fruits of your labor, gotta climb the tree. Yeah, I'm out here planting seeds, cause I got a lot to leave. I be putting in long miles, I ain't gotta stop to breathe. I be putting in long hours, I ain't gotta stop to sleep. Yeah, I put in that time, put in work, I'm a different breed. My work ethic marine, Mamba mentality, shout out to Bean. Coach life, sweat, city, society, T. I'm in the gym working out clean. Bag work, 5 punch combinations, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3. Boy, I'm made different, I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. It's from the dirt, it's from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with me. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me.
Classic! Yo, it's Classic with the classic codes. If it's your first time here, get it out the way. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications. Get it out the way. Classic! Woo-wee. Yes, Lord, we got a great show today. Let them crash out. Let them crash out. Today, we will be discussing the results of liberation. This is what we will be discussing today. We will be discussing it today. I am prone early. I am prone to a crash out.
Sometimes you just gotta crash on out.
No. They said, ask and you shall receive. Ain't that what they said, chat? Ask and you shall receive. They asked, their request was granted. What they say? We heard women use the slogan, let them do what they want to do so you can see what they want to do. Well, we returned the favor. We let the women do what they wanted to do so we could see what they wanted to do.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
And we cannot unsee what we saw. You feel me, chat? You cannot unsee what we saw. Oh, yeah. The gang's all filing in. Catherine, what's happening? She said, hey, Souls 333. What's up, my brother? What's up, Souls? I know you getting ready. I know y'all got a potent show together. Get ready for no middleman tonight. Classic. Woo-wee. What up, Catherine? Call me out. What's happening? Yeah, we see you. We see you. Tap in, hit the subscribe button. We all hitting the same topics. Let's get it. Let's work. Let's get it. Let's work. You know my motto, let them crash out. So today we'll be discussing the results of liberation. I have a full show put together. We'll see if we get to it, because at 8 o'clock sharp, we have a premiere on the Raw Society Coalition channel. So make sure y'all go to the Raw Society Coalition and subscribe there. We have a premiere of the human experience with myself and Tez Down. Actually, the whole coalition is on that episode. So you can watch that premiere at 8 p.m. over on the Raw Society Coalition channel. And then right after that, the No Middleman panel will be streaming live on the Raw Society Coalition channel and on Souls of Thought and Uncle Plug TV. So you can catch that as well. So we got the rest of your night covered for at least the next about 4 hours, man. You arrived at the right channel today.
Classic.
Yes, Lord. So today we will be starting off with the meat and potatoes of the conversation. We sliding over to the shade room and we are going to pull up on YouTube, man. We got to let her talk. Y'all know I run the Queen's Code panel. We'll be back this Thursday. I run the Queen's Code panel, okay? And my motto is to let the women talk. Let them talk until they done talking.
Classic.
Let them talk. I ain't got let them talk. Ted said, yes, sir. Let them talk. So we are going to let Miss Jordan talk. She is sitting down, you know, with, you know, the results. She is sitting down with another result of liberation.
Classic.
God, hey, sometimes, hey, Tez, sometimes I hate when I'm right, dog. Sometimes I hate when I'm right. He said, all you got to do is give them a mic and let them talk. Let them talk. We're going to let her talk. Let's roll, chat. Let's roll. Oh, my God.
The word. I like being simping, sprung, all that, like all those good R&B songs where the brothers were singing.
And stick around, because we are going to put Miss Claudia Jordan in the hot seat, where we have a game called Wine, Dine, and Decline. To kick things off, we'll start here. What are the biggest things you notice, like dating now versus when you first started dating?
I feel like when I first started dating back in the 1900s, I feel like love.
Guys, just so y'all know, don't get irritated. I will be pausing this a lot because I don't know what they copyright rules are. So I'm going to be pausing this a lot and interjecting a lot. I have to. All right. My channel is monetized. Let's roll.
Wasn't something that people were embarrassed about. You know, even the music was different than movies. And I often look back like, damn, I wish this generation could experience like the kind of like, I don't know, I guess you guys would call it like, what's that called when you like kind of you go out bad for someone? I can't even think of the word. Kind of like being simping, sprung, all that, like all those good R&B songs where the brothers were singing and they was like grasping the air and they was in the rain with the white linen.
The 112.
Yes, but like that's what the vibe felt like back then.
Here's my thing. Here's my question always. When you hear women that are, you know, I don't even want to use the word old, right? Because everybody will consider it to be rude or something like that. But women who've been around for 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 decades on the planet, right? Whether y'all consider that old or not, let's just address it by time. She's been on Earth for 5 decades. She's referencing 3 decades ago, back as the good old days. So if it was so good back then and you were in your prime back then, so the times were better, you were in your prime, your physical prime, though she is not bad looking for her years now. She was in her physical prime back then, right? So if you were in your prime and the times were better and the R&B singers were grasping the air, why you ain't locked nothing in? Why you ain't locked nothing
Classic.
in? No. I told y'all from the get-go on my channel, I don't come here every single day to make y'all comfortable. I told y'all that. I wonder
if guys ever look at a woman who is beautiful and then she opens her mouth and then he's like, what a shame. What a shame.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it for real. Why you ain't locked nothing in? You was in your prime and men had their heads on straight and you ain't locked nothing in. Let's talk about it.
You know, like men would pursue you and it felt like you were being courted and it felt like you were special. It didn't feel like, you know, we didn't have all these 50-50 conversations or I'm the prize, you know, and it's just like, it felt like a good reason to get butterflies. Now, I just feel like with so much access, maybe I hate to sound cliche and blame social media, but yeah, social media, I mean, humans are on the menu. You can just go find someone in any city you want, and I can reach out to a celebrity that I may have never encountered in real life. You can reach out to whoever. So it makes the person in your face maybe be less special to you. I don't know what it is, but it's just like been the perfect storm of negativity. And I feel like I hate that love seems to be going by the wayside, you know? And I felt like more sparks back then. I'm just not inspired now.
Okay, so with the sparks and with the inspiration that you had back then, why you ain't locked nothing in? I'ma keep listen, chat. I haven't watched this. Y'all getting my authentic reaction. I haven't watched this. You feel me? Maybe like 2 minutes of it. So I'm gonna keep asking this question until this interview answers it for me. The times was better. You had butterflies and sparks. You was in your physical prime. Men had their heads on straight. They R&B singers was grasping the air. We still wasn't too proud to beg. So I just gotta know why you ain't locked nothing in.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not.
Yes, because back then it was. I remember back then growing up, you used to. It's totally different because like even with the videos, it was like the love video. You sitting on a couch, you talking to your boo, and all. Now it's like.
Well, now people.
Oh God! And this hypocrite right here, you know you love today's time way better than yesteryear because all the videos back then only had men and women, and now they got your persuasion. So it's a lot going on, chat. It's a lot going on. Y'all go crazy in the chat. Y'all know I see y'all. I'm coming to the chat. Let's go.
Well, I was just
Strip
talking
clubs and
yes. I was talking to my girl that was doing my hair, and we were talking about this. The song came on, Joe, I Want to Know. And I was leading that video.
Okay.
And that was 26 years ago. That was 1999, right?
Girl, you look 26 now.
I'm 52.
Oh, period.
Thank you. I don't let
Reaching.
that was Dusty Sun stress me out.
Okay.
So, anyways, even the setup was the woman was, not to say women are more important than men. I don't think that. But in romance, I think it works the old-fashioned way when a man was courting the woman and pursuing her. And it just was a beautiful, I don't know, it was just beautiful. And the vibe was just different.
Yeah, back then it wasn't no $20. You give $20. Now you give
back then it was like, I'll pay your, what baby say, baby face, I'll pay your rent, I'll fix your car, I'll buy your clothes, I'll do anything as soon as I get home from work.
Now, and he was working.
And he was working.
Fool.
Now you got a dude on your couch eating your food, playing video games. Okay, what are we doing? Go to work.
What is she talking about? She's 52. There's nobody sitting on her couch playing video games. It's what do we call it? It's the same thing that happens on the Pop the Balloon show. Whatever reason the first woman give why she popped the balloon, it's the same reason for the rest of them. If the first woman say, "Oh, I think it's just physical attraction," then it's just, "Oh, I think it's just physical attraction." "Oh, I think same thing, just physical attraction." Like her answer is everybody's answer. That's why she's just saying this. She's just saying this because it's cliche to say. Ain't nobody sitting on your fucking couch playing no video games at your age, unless you dating a young man. Now have you become a cougar? Do we have a cougar afoot?
Classic.
Heard that was going on these days.
Yes. Okay. Period. What do you wish someone had told you about dating, like in your 40s and 50s back then?
You know, you think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves, and it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation.
Hold on. Uncle Plug said the good guys is not available. That's what Uncle Plug said. Good woman ain't single. Good man not available. Hold on. We're not skating past this. She just told the truth out loud. Now she finally stopped bullshitting. Let's go.
Video games, okay? What are we doing? Go to work.
Yes. Okay. Period. What do you wish someone had told you about dating, like in your 40s and 50s back then?
You know, you think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves, and it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married You know, you think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves,
Mm.
and it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce.
I told you about dating like in your 40s and 50s back then.
You know, you think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves, and it's not. Like at this age.
Classic. I'm only gonna do this once. Ha ha. Ha ha.
We need to keep going. We need to keep going, chat. These are no. We gave you what you asked for. You wanted all the freedom and the choices and the decisions and the votes and the jobs and the you wanted it. You got it. You got it. Don't worry about no man, honey. Use your 20s and do you, they said.
Classic.
No, let's talk. No. Don't get quiet now. Don't get quiet now. Don't leave the conversation. Hit the like button. Stay right fucking here.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Huh? You asked for it. You got it. This what it looked like. When y'all were so-called oppressed and we was making the decisions for you, were these the results more or less often than they are right now?
Classic.
When you were so-called oppressed and we was making all the decisions for you, was sitting on the couch 5 decades in, thinking you've been right all this time, realizing you was wrong, were these the results women were getting more or less often?
Classic.
That's why this episode is called The Results of Liberation. You got what you asked for. Hey. We ain't stopping you from doing nothing. Do your thing. The Ike Turner Management Program has been completely abolished. It's gone. It's shut down.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Everything up to y'all. Look where it gets you. Now that nobody want to talk, let's go to the chat. Now that nobody want to talk, let's go to the chat. Passport Sco 333. What up, Big Sco? Tears down. It's funny because I had this conversation this morning. Funny how things be lining up. Yep. Miles Bassett said she held out a little too long. A little too long, Miles? Miles, you being gracious, Miles. A little. You put the word little in there. Little too long. 5 decades. It's more. Hey, listen. Less in front of her than it is behind her. Conversations with Soft Rain said it's slim pickings out here. Tears down. What? Hold on. All the women in the chat, what was y'all doing with y'all primes? Any woman that's 4 decades or older, because we're not going to call nobody old. We're just going to address the years. 4 decades and up. If you feel like you not, if y'all feel like y'all in y'all prime in y'all 40s, I love y'all queens. I love all the queens. Y'all 40s ain't y'all primes. Tell yourselves what y'all need to tell yourselves to deal with the menopause. It's not. When you was in your prime, what did you do with your prime? She referenced her prime. Oh, in the 1900s, y'all, oh man, men was still grasping the air when they was singing and courting women. And it's what was you doing when we was doing that? I'm going to tell you what they was doing. Creating monsters, acting like they could always get another one, playing dudes that had good intentions.
Classic.
Didn't pull up to make nobody comfortable today. Did not pull up to make anybody comfortable today.
Yeah.
Creating monsters is what they spent their prime doing. Creating fucking monsters. Yup. And then 4-5 decades in, the few women who bumped into the dudes that didn't get turned into monsters fully and actually appreciated them for what they're worth, those are the pickings that you're trying to be side chicks for to this day.
Classic.
Fuck it, I'll take being a side for one of y'all. That's where they end up at. When I start lying, somebody in the chat, just check me. Just check me. Matter of fact, I'm open to being checked. I'm open to being checked. I got time today. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm not playing. Dead ass. Watch me drop the link. Watch this. Yeah, it don't take nothing but 2 seconds. Watch this. Watch me drop the link. Somebody come tell me I'm wrong. Somebody come tell me I'm wrong. Lord, please send us a feminist into the chat right now. God, we are summoning a feminist into this chat right now, into my StreamYard backstage right now. Send me a feminist to talk about. Let us continue.
Age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce. So, I think in our youth,
looking for a good man coming out of a marriage may be a divorce. You have mismanaged your decisions with men to the point where you are now sitting back and preying on the failures of marriages so you can swipe up ex-husbands.
Classic.
This is why they smoked Kevin Samuels. They smoked him.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Allegedly for content creation, all alleged for content creation purposes and entertainment. This is why they got Kevin Samuels gone right here, because he was right about everything. The last person that y'all said was right about everything was Jesus, and they smoked him too.
Classic.
Straight like that. He was right about everything. Her in particular too. Straight up. Shorty just said she praying on men who are coming out of marriages. You think he coming out of a marriage and the first thing he looking for is somebody who ain't even been able to get into one for 50 years? That's the first thing that he looking for outside?
Classic.
Okay, like this. Let's do it like this. If you was him and you was coming out of a marriage, you've been suffering in silence or whatever, you waited till your kids graduated college, and then you got your ass up out of there, right? You probably have lost a fraction of your resources in the divorce, lawyer fees, etc. And if you was him, would the first thing you be looking for is you?
Classic.
It's like they have an epiphany inside of one delusion and jump to a new delusion and shit. Huh? They have an epiphany about one delusion, like, I wasn't thinking straight. And then they get a new delusion.
Natural born crash dummy. And he go crash out.
Today I got time, cuz.
What's going on, chat? Is this real? I didn't hear her right.
you think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves, and it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce. So, I think in our youth, and I would like people to know this when they're younger, we think, oh, there's always going to be an endless supply. I can wait till tomorrow. Don't put off your happiness waiting. If you find that good person, like a lot of times we wait, well, it's not the right time. It's never going to be like the right time. I would say go for it.
It's never going to be the right time to what? Leave the streets? It's never gonna be the right time to what? You gotta listen, chat. You gotta listen. It's never gonna be the right time to what? If you find a great man at 21, shorty, you in your physical prime, you run into a great man at 21 years old. It's not the right time. Why? 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 What you finna miss? What you locking in? What you gonna miss? Locking in at 21. What you gonna miss? What you gonna miss? I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna miss. If you just look at your life, what are you gonna miss? Can you still go to school? Yep, you can still go to school. Can you still get a job? Yep, you can still get a job. And be with that guy that you met at 21. Can you still do all that? Yep. Can you still have you a spot, a roof that you pay for? Yep, you can. If y'all not married yet, y'all can stay in the separate apartments until y'all get married. No problem. You still want to have a little bit of, feeling of your own and all that shit. You can still do all that shit. What you gonna miss? What you gonna miss? You know what you gonna miss? The streets. The streets.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
The streets, they itching. They want to experience. They have instilled it in our women, our poor women. They have instilled it in our women that if they just don't have just a section of time, even if it's just 6 cool months or 3 cool months, if I just can't if I just can't be a hoe for just a little bit, just one time for the one time I miss something.
Classic.
Our poor women, victims of propaganda, victims of social engineering, our poor women. And it ain't all of them. But oh shit, the amount that they got, oh my God, it's overwhelming.
Classic.
What are you missing? What you missing? Tell the truth. What you missing? Miscellaneous dick.
I'm only gonna do this once.
That's really what they be talking about. That's what they talking about. You want to use your younger years and spend some time going out to dance with your girls and having drinks without talking to guys like y'all claim that y'all don't be doing. You can have a boyfriend to do that. Your boyfriend probably going to want to spend some of his time in the 20s going out with his homeboys without you. Y'all can do that. Why y'all can't be together? If you run into him too young, talking about it's not a good time. Because what you missing? A little time to explore your liberation. Code for be a hoe for a little bit. Just for a little bit.
Yeah.
And the only females that really want to talk about it is the ones that didn't mismanage the coochie. The ones that didn't mismanage the coochie, the ones that say I could legitimately stand up here and pass a polygraph test and let you know I got 5 bodies or less, they cool with having this conversation. The ones that then gave that thing to a couple niggas they regret and a couple more after that, them the ones that don't want to talk. Didn't pull up to make anybody comfortable today. I didn't. Today I don't care. Today I don't care.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
What we really talking about? Ted said most of the good guys didn't marry their choices. They married women who chose them as a result. Great point. They always do their best to make they always do their best to smoke the messenger. They can't smoke me, dog. They can't smoke me because over here we shoot back.
Sometimes you just gotta crash on that.
All alleged for content creation purposes and entertainment. Roxy said, "Hey, what's up, Roxy?" Miles Bassett said she's missing the 90s right now. Yeah. Mismanaged it. Roxy said, real talk is necessary. On God, all we can do now is save the youth. And don't get it twisted. Even though I'm being hard on Claudia because she deserves it, she does because she talked a lot of shit over the years about men in a lot of different interviews. So if y'all feel like I'm being harsh, y'all go back and do y'all research on the shit Claudia Jordan done said about men. I could keep going for hours and still not catch up to her. And that's a fucking fact. So I'm not here to be gentle and shit. Fuck all that. She done been way grosser to us. Facts. And she probably destroyed a whole bunch of us through these 5 decades too. Facts. So on behalf of the brotherhood, I didn't come to make nobody comfortable today. On God.
Today I got time, cuz.
Facts. So yeah, but I do appreciate her reaching back and telling at least a little bit of the truth about how she feels being where she is today and mismanaging her youth, because she could potentially save a chick in their 20s right now from tweaking off too hard. If you already tweaked, stop. Hit the brakes on the tweaking right now. If you freaking started intercourse when you was damn near upperclassmen in high school, and you in your middle years in college, and your shit getting close to double digits, hit the brakes right now. Abrupt halt on that shit. Right now. Just stop right fucking now and figure out what you're doing. Straight up. Because you at 52, like Miss Jordan here, you at 52 will thank yourself for listening to me right now. Straight like that. Straight like that. Make your shit a little bit harder to come by. I got to put that shit on some hoodies. Hey, Soft Rain, document that. I got to put that on some hoodies. Make coochie hard to get again. Q-Chi, spelled K-E-W-C-H-I-E. Q-Chi. We're gonna call it, we're gonna keep it PG. You feel me? But let's roll, man. Let's roll.
More. I wish I would have told someone told me just go for it. I probably have overlooked a good candidate before, you know, like maybe,
why is that though?
Me thinking the timing thing, maybe prioritizing career. You know, I definitely was always like work. I never thought I had the enough cushion built up to like relax and take my foot off the gas and start a family.
And then did that just go on?
That's cap. That's cap, because you was dating the whole time. We know about you. We know about you. Don't make me pull up the whole facts around here, man. We know about her, don't we, chat? Come on, chat. Chat, we know. We know. We know. The shit in the street. It's in the street. We know. Why you capping? Whatever you did with your career, you could have did and had a husband. That's a fact. You haven't accomplished shit you couldn't have did with a husband. Show me, somebody find Claudia, somebody do some back research on this. Maybe no middleman could research it, since I'm pushing the envelope tonight and y'all coming on live, you know, at about 8:30, about an hour from now, whatever, they going live and they gonna touch on this same subject. Maybe they'll have an answer by the time we get around to it. Somebody find an accomplishment that Claudia Jordan has done in her fucking career that she couldn't accomplish with a husband.
Classic.
Straight up. They be full of shit with that. They be full of shit with that. I couldn't have had no man doing what I was doing. What was you doing that a dude couldn't help you with? Show me one career goal that a woman made that a dude can't help her with in no capacity at all. He can't help you at all. He can't help you at all. Nothing you was doing, a dude could have, a supportive man that was already grinding on his own, but thinking of you, he couldn't help you at all on your journey. What you was doing, you had to do it without a nigga. But somehow we still added up to 30 dicks in the same time frame. Somebody make this shit add. Somebody do some math. Somebody get a calculator or something. Somebody do something. Give me a compass. Point me in the right direction. Somebody do something.
Classic.
Because I'm listening. I'm listening. And the shit you saying is like, what? What?
Natural born crash dummy.
I wonder if guys ever look at a woman who is beautiful and then she opens her mouth and then he's like, what a shame. What a shame.
And on and on, and then you be 100 years old and you like, it's still working.
Still working. And I think, I will say specifically with Black women especially, I feel like we don't really have the luxury to think that we can kind of take time off like that.
Why? 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 Any Black women in the chat? Somebody care to respond? Why don't y'all have the luxury to feel like that? Why? Y'all don't want me to answer because I already did too much. Y'all don't want me to answer because I already did too much. Do y'all want me to tell? I ain't gonna say it because I promised that I was off of that. So I'm not gonna get on Black women. She narrowed it down to Black women. Remember that, chat. I didn't speak on the Black queens. I didn't. I told y'all I'm off of that. I don't speak about Black women in specific no more on my channel. I don't do that. Black queens forever. She did that. I'm not even gonna answer that because I said I quit. But I know the answer though.
You know, and I specifically say Black women because like we're usually the backbone of everything. You know, not even just with our families, but with our friend circles. Like it's always something for us to do. We're always taking care of somebody else. I don't have children, but I'm always like feeding a friend or taking care of someone or helping somebody out or doing a favor. And I think that's a cape that we put on ourselves. No one told us to do this. It's just something in us that we do. And if you think about the Black woman in your life, you probably think, damn, she's like a superwoman for everybody else. When does she slow down for herself? I think with Black women.
Why? Why? Why is that the plight? Why is that the plight? Why is that the plight? I'm posing the question. The chat can answer it. I can read the chat. I'm not going to speak on black women in specific. But why though? Why, if that's the situation, why is that the situation? It's a correlation to a stat that we could prove. There's a direct correlation to a stat that we could prove that that's the plight. That's why that's the plight. It's a self-inflicted plight, and I'm gonna leave it right there.
Specifically, it's harder for us to ever feel like we can just kind of take a break. We have to be like all gas, no brakes. I don't think we have the luxury of feeling like, okay, I can take a breather now and relax. And I think it's really sad. You know, there's all these statistics about 45%, 65% of black women will never get married, you know, and we're out here taking care of everybody else and not getting.
Why is that true? Why is that true? If that's true, if 55% of black women will never get married, why is that true? I want y'all to answer these questions, chat. It's a lot of sophisticated individuals in chat 333. I want to know why it's true. Somebody talk to them.
Taken care of. And I think it's really sad. I think we self-impose this cape on ourselves to save the world. Look at all the marches. Look at all, I know this is dating, but I got to bring it into like the political space. We're always at the front lines for everybody else. For everybody. Brother gets killed, we're in the front lines. The LGBTQ community, we're in the front lines. Other women that are not even showing that up as our allies, we're in the front lines. Gaza, front line. We're always there for everybody else.
Are y'all on the front lines of being quiet when your man be like, be quiet? Are y'all on the front lines at the fork in the road when he say, baby, we going right? He got to explain it to you? Or is it, come on, kids, let's go with your daddy? These are questions. You're on the front lines of this, the front lines of that, the front lines of this, the front lines of that. Your manager say, hey, need you to go up front and get on register 7 and come on out, you know, stop doing stock, put that down, go to register 7. We're slammed. Right away, sir. You ain't gonna say that, but that's how you gonna move. Hubby say, hey, I'm hungry. Can you make me a peanut butter and jelly with the crust cut off? Make your own sandwich. Is you on the front lines of making that sandwich? It's a question. Because there's reasons for stuff. Like we talk about, we sit and we listen and they talk about the what and they'll never bring up the why. What's the why?
And on top of all the stuff in our personal lives, we out here trying to save the world. When does that leave time to like really feel comfortable? When does that really leave time to like relax and or even just like put yourself first or dating? And I just feel like a lot of women get caught up in saving the world and then they leave little time for themselves.
But that's why I think it's best for, because I had to tell my mother this the other day, like, she was just like stressing, oh, I'm worried about the kids. Like she got the grandkids and her kids and then some more. Like she's the one, they take all of the kids. Like it's like that's just like the thing.
Yeah.
So she just like, oh, I'm worried about the kids and stressing and things like that. I'm like, you got to worry about yourself because once, you know, when that time when something happened to you was you just out the dry because ain't nobody gonna care. They don't care about that.
And she probably feels like she can't ever take a break because who has her?
The dude that she refused to cooperate with had her. It was him. I don't know what his name was. It might have been a couple of them. 50 years, might have been 3 or 4 of them. The dude that had good intentions that you took for granted, or that you thought it was another dude that you wanted to try out, that you thought was an upgrade from that dude, or whatever the situation, when you was creating these monsters along your journey of dealing with dudes, but not locking in with nothing, them dudes, they had her. They had her, not you, but just to all the women that supply to. That's who had you. That's who had that support. That support that you don't feel like you got to where you always exhausted. You feel like you always doing for others and you don't get a chance to sit down because there's no man. Why is there no man? Why is there no man? It's a great question. You're attractive enough for somebody to want to holler and see what's to it, for sure. For sure. Not my cup of tea, but the general consensus would be that Claudia Jordan's an attractive woman. Even for a nigga that's 65 right now looking at her like, whoo, boy, a cup of that'll be good for breakfast. You see what I'm saying? Why? Insatiable, ungrateful, entitled. These are terms. These are terms that we may want to explore, chat. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Come on, man. Let's see what the chat talking about. Souls of Thought said, think Claudia experience is a little different, though. Will be a great discussion. LOL. Can't wait to hear it. Miles Bachelor said, insides, meaning her mental, just had to correct, for sure. All great questions. Don't have an answer for you, brother. Souls of Thought said, bad interviewer, among other things. Miles Bachelor said, maybe she was a career aide. What is that, though, Miles? Like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a manager?
Who has her, you know? And I really push for this. Like, I would love to see more examples of strong Black families where there is two people, whoever the two people are. But
start one. Start one. Start one. Shit. Be the change you want to see. I might start 2 or 3. Having my way. Catch me out in Nigeria somewhere where you be appreciated proper. Huh? I'm just saying. Start one.
I think everybody needs a little support in their lives, a little backup. It's hard to do it all by yourself.
Yeah,
I've been doing it by myself, but I'm constantly exhausted. And I never took the time.
What me and Tez, I'm with you when you, Tez, what we always say, Tez. God damn it, tendonism. What, Tez, what we always say, Tez, these women are tired. They're tired. They're exhausted. They're tired. They're always tired. I don't know one Black woman that's not tired. I don't know one liberated modern woman that ain't tired. They're tired constantly too. They get just enough sleep to keep going. Never rested. Tired. But and look, you've been doing everything on your own and you're constantly exhausted. But if a great man with great intentions and a great spirit and great leadership skills comes along and he only makes 60K, not good enough to help you out. Nope, not serviceable at all. Nope, not serviceable, not one bit. Somebody make it make sense. I can't wait to watch No Middleman. I can't wait. I can stay on this shit for 2 hours. I'm not going to, but I could. I definitely could. But we're gonna get off of women. I've had my time. I've moved my subject matter on my channel for the most part. We probably do about 20% of stuff that involve like the women specifically these days. You know, I've been focused more on helping us men and the women learning through the process. That's kind of the angle we've been taking. But today I had time, cuz, you know, I've spent 43 minutes getting through like 5 minutes of her talking. I'm just saying, man, there isn't a, if you stop it every time you hear some bullshit, how far you gonna get, chat?
Classic.
How far you gonna get? If you stop it every time you hear nonsense, how far we gonna get, chat? Let's move, man. Let's move. Let them crash out, man. These are the results of liberation. At the end of the day, like I said, we appreciate Claudia Jordan for reaching back and hopefully saving some of our youth, man. Let me catch up on these comments and then we're gonna move. All right. Oh, he said career side piece. Oh yeah, she might. She might. That's what she low key said it cryptically though. Ted said tired as yeah, they tired as hell. He said only generation of women who have never had a nap, can never rest, can't sleep, restless. It's men's fault. Right. Let's go, man. Let's go. All right, we sliding over to TikTok. We finna tap in with the dog Trip Fontaine, bro. He gonna talk about men. He gonna say what men are taught. We gonna talk about what men are taught. Trip Fontaine gonna speak to some things, and I'm gonna tie it in. Everything on this episode gonna tie in, man. But let's listen to Trip's wisdom real quick. Let's roll.
I think at a societal level, men are taught in a lot of ways to lose themselves for other people. I think a lot of what we taught to measure a man by is the way he shows up for other people, the way he's able to be relied on, how much other people can extract from him, and him be able to maintain that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important, you know, at a societal level for a man to be able to acquire. Because if you a man's man, right, other people gonna want from you, and you supposed to be able to have for them. Whether that's money, whether it's time, whether it's know-how, whether it's resources, you know what I'm saying? That is what we're taught, this grandiose idea of manhood. That's what it amounts to. And so it is almost like a good man doesn't necessarily have those type of boundaries in some way. Yeah. Where like, why would there be a boundary for how hard I work to take care of my home? According to the model, right? Why would there be a boundary for how far I'm willing to go to make sure my lady's happy? Happy wife, happy life. Don't say nothing about that. Don't say nothing about happy wife, happy life to a certain extent. Happy wife, happy life, but when you're tired, make sure you rest. Happy wife, happy life, but make sure you still emotionally available for the kids. And I think in order to not lose yourself, you have to know yourself beyond what society tells you a man is supposed to be, right? It can't be the money that made you a man. It can't be the status that made you a man. It can't be the job and the title that made you a man. You, stripped of all that, need to know who you are and be able to walk in that, be okay with that, right? Because then you really know when you're losing yourself.
I like everything he said. There's a lot here that I want to address. The first thing I want to say is that having a penis makes you a man. It's important to point out that fundamental understanding because of where we live. And I think some of us lost our way. So let's start fundamentally. Having a penis makes you a man. And then from there, though, I understand where he going from, coming from in regards to stripped of all your titles and all of your reputation and all of your clout and all of your aura, all of that. Like at the root of what you're doing, you need to have a fundamental understanding of who you are and what that means exactly. And then from there, you know when you are in step with you know yourself and with your essence versus when you know losing your way a little bit. So I rock with him on that. Second thing, a lot of what he said sounds exactly like how Claudia Jordan just described womanhood. And which is crazy because it lets you know how much our women have tried to become men. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude is doing a great job of detailing things about manhood and what's encompassed inside of manhood. Yet we just got done listening to Claudia Jordan talk about having to be there for everybody else and do for everybody else and being a resource and an asset to everybody else. And Trip is describing manhood as the same thing. So that says to me that the modern woman truly has been tricked into a position of feeling like they are a man altogether. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And again, I put emphasis on being tricked, right? Because propaganda is strong. Social engineering is strong. That shit works. If you don't know that you're being manipulated, it is very difficult to fight off the plot. So I will say that everybody can't be enlightened, unfortunately. The first step to revolution is enlightenment. Remember, Classic said it first. The first step to revolution is enlightenment. As a matter of fact, I might not have said it first. It might have been a whole bunch of powerful other speakers that might have said something similar. But shit, I ain't heard nobody say it. But yeah, man. So that's the second thing that stood out to me. The third thing that stood out to me is that he pointed out how manhood is pretty much rooted in being subtracted from. consistently and always. The better man you are, the more people can take from you, the better man you are. I can pull from your resources, pull from your efforts, pull from your labor, pull from your finances, pull from your energy, pull from your scrotum, right? Take your seed, harbor your seed, grow, incubate a seed, make another you, pull, take. That makes you a better man the more you can give, put out, shell out. My question becomes, what are we supposed to take? What are we supposed to receive? What are we supposed to pull? Who do we take from? Who do we receive from? Who do we pull from? That part he didn't discuss. Let's run it one more time. What up, K? What's happening, bro?
I think at a societal level, men are taught in a lot of ways to lose themselves for other people. I think a lot of what we taught to measure a man by is the way he shows up for other people, the way he's able to be relied on, how much other people can extract from him, and him be able to maintain that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important, at a societal level for a man to be able to acquire. Because if you a man's man, right, other people gonna want from you, and you supposed to be able to have for them. Whether that's money, whether it's time, whether it's know-how, whether it's resources, you know what I'm saying? That is what we're taught, this grandiose idea of manhood. That's what it amounts to. And so it is almost like a good man doesn't necessarily have those type of boundaries in some way. Yeah. Where like, why would there be a boundary for how hard I work to take care of my home? According to the model, right? Why would there be a boundary for how far I'm willing to go to make sure my lady's happy? Happy wife, happy life. Don't say nothing about that. Don't say nothing about happy wife, happy life to a certain extent. Happy wife, happy life, but when you're tired, make sure you rest. Happy wife, happy life, but make sure you still emotionally available for the kids. And I think in order to not lose yourself, you have to know yourself beyond what society tells you a man is supposed to be.
I want to stop it right there. I definitely feel like you got to know yourself beyond what society tells you a man is supposed to be, but you also have to understand that there is a fundamental and a baseline foundation of what a man is. Is there nuances to manhood? Sure. Are all men the same? No. You know what I'm saying? But is there fundamental foundational principles that involve you considering yourself to be a man and no longer a boy? I believe so. That's just me though. That's my opinion. Let's go to the chat though. The chat going crazy. What's happening, y'all? So let's see. Miles said, LOL, bingo. What you were saying that to, Miles? Tears down said his sacrifice. Passport Sco said Trip Fontaine. That's my boy right there for sure. Always coming with some great talk. Kay said it's all just adulthood. The issue isn't women acting like men or vice versa. It's men and women acting like teenagers into their 20s, 30s, etc. Yeah, I've said this before. I agree. I said this before. America teaches humans to grow up slow. It tells us they teach us to grow up very slow. Soul's a thought. So is a man solely a resource? That's what I was just gonna ask. Souls, go ahead and take that to no middleman, bro. That's what I was just gonna ask. You literally took the question out of my brain. I literally was just going to ask, so is manhood simply being a resource? Is that manhood? I have built myself up into the ultimate resource. Now everyone come take from me. Sounds almost like being a god. Deep conversation. I hope y'all explore that tonight. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I'll try to get through the whole show. So I gave Claudia ass 40 minutes. Bong, bong. Souls of Thought said, we are the true source of reproduction. Facts. I know what you meant. Miles Bachelor said society has its requirement of a man, but he still must know how to keep his soul. That's tough. That's tough, Miles. You got to give us a book too, bro. You be spitting too, Miles. Shout out to Chat 333, man. For sure. That's good talk right there, though. Trip Fontaine on Men Are Taught. Let's move. All right, so question. Is being a man thankless in nature? Is the role and the job of being a man thankless? Is it a thing where you handling all of the responsibilities and checking all of the boxes of what a man is considered to be? Is that a situation where nobody needs to pat you on the back because it's what you're supposed to do? So is it a situation where no matter how great you become, you're just being a man at the highest level? Nobody needs to appreciate that you're doing your job. It's a question. Is being a man thankless in nature? I want to hear what the chat has to say. Are y'all going off already? Let's see. Ted said the more intelligent society gets, the more out of touch they become with life. Damn, how does that work, Ted? Elaborate on that. Kay said capitalism/colonialism reduces every aspect of human life to a set of resources and commodities to be extracted and exploited. Our time, our labor, our art, even our interpersonal relationships. Whoo! Yeah, put that book out, Kay. You got to go ahead and put a book together too. Everybody in the chat need to write a book. Chat 333 be going crazy. Ted said thankless. Souls of Thought said can't keep your soul when your counterparts treat us as a resource. We are literally sole proprietors. Ooh. We having some conversation tonight. Oh, we on fire tonight. We on fire tonight. Ted's down said Kay explained it. Yep. We got it. We got it. I think we're in a situation where it may be a thankless job in nature. Being a man, even at the highest of its level, even being an elite man, still nobody owes you a thank you, right? Because you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to. It wasn't optional. And if you didn't do it, we was gonna shame you. If you do it, we not gonna celebrate you because you're doing what you're supposed to do. How does the man get a thank you? Soul's challenging. He said, we not thankless, we are the most. Think about. We are not thankless, we are the most. Think about. What you mean, Souls? Expound on that for me. Expound on that for me. I definitely want to see what you got to say about that. But it's just a question, right? Because when you listen to men describe what they feel validates their manhood or solidifies their manhood, or even just explaining what they feel manhood encompasses, right? Then you listen to women talk about what they feel a man should come with, or the behaviors a man should exhibit, or what they feel a man encompasses, right? None of it seems to afford gratitude at any point. Which thanks or thinks are we seeking? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that men are seeking a thank you. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe some men are looking for a thank you. I never expect one, so I don't really think about the thanks because I don't necessarily know that it's, I don't know that it's even supposed to come. It's a concept to think about. He said, thought if you want it correct terminology. Oh, you saying like, is it a thinkless? Nah, because the code language for today is thankless. I put it the right way. Tough one. He said, I get thank yous every day, but not for being a man. Hard to explain. Interesting. I guess we have to let the people on the rewatch tap into this one, to this question of the day. Is being a man a thankless job in its nature? I don't know that, but that's a good question that Souls asks. Like, what are we seeking? I don't know that. I mean, it's one of them things where it's like when you hold the door for somebody, are you holding the door because you seeking a thank you, or you holding the door because you being polite? But then the thank you for your politeness is expected. I guess that would be an expectation. Because I'll tell you what, if I hold the door for somebody and they don't say thank you, I might push the door towards them a little bit. Push that motherfucker. I shouldn't have held this shit for you. Rude asshole. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly for content creation purposes and entertainment. So I don't know. This is good talk right here. Good chat. Souls of Thought said they had to create us a holiday to just think about us. So you're saying it's a thinkless job. They don't even think about us, let alone thank us. I get where you going now. You had to walk me there. You had to walk me there, bro. Joe Jet 333. What's happening, Joe? What's happening, Joe? Shout out to Joe Jet in the chat, man. Joe Jet took third place in the Chat 333 Fantasy League. The Fantasy League wrapped up this week. Chat 333 League. Third place was Joe Jet.
Classic.
Let's see. Second place, lost in the championship matchup was the Tez Down.
Classic.
And the champion.
Big Sebastian, boy.
And the champion is.
Classic. I'm only gonna do this once.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
Yeah. The classic codes, man. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the Chat 333 Fantasy Football League this season. We coming right back next year, man. Somebody got to try to dethrone me, man. I'm ordering a ring, man. I'm finna have to wear my championship ring like Tez on the chat, man. For sure. Let's see. Souls of Thought said you can replace my think about with thought about. Miles Bastard said, I'm guilty of expecting a thanks. When I don't get it, I say you're welcome, motherfucker, under my breath. Yeah, he said, and the champion. Yeah. I had to go get it, dog. I had to go get it. Souls of Thought said, see, we just want to be thought about. LOL. Hey, he said, got money for you too. For sure. I know you ain't forget about me, dog. I know you ain't forget about me. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, y'all answer on the rewatch for sure. Let me know. Do y'all think being a man is thankless in nature? Yeah. All right, let's move. All right, we got the code language conversation for the night, like we always do with the code language. We go to the overview or the book definition, and then we go from there. Let me pull it up. I thought I had to pull it up already, but let me pull it up real quick. And the code language for the day is thankless. Okay, so we're gonna look at the overview of thankless, summarizing something like a task or situation that is inherently unappreciated, difficult, or unrewarding, where effort goes unnoticed. It's about presenting the facts of an unacknowledged or ungrateful situation without expecting praise, highlighting the often invisible labor or problems, such as cleaning up after a party or challenges of certain professions like nursing or compliance. Right? So key aspects of thankless. Overview, unappreciated effort. It describes work that is necessary but rarely gets a thank you, like maintenance or support roles. Unyielding nature. It can cover topics that are inherently grim or challenging, offering a factual, non-emotional look at problems. Focus on reality. It's about presenting the unvarnished truth of a situation, even if it's unpleasant or lacks positive outcomes, avoiding sugarcoating. Okay. Examples, a summary of a compliance officer's thankless job of upholding ethics. An explanation of a parent's thankless task of raising ungrateful children, as noted by Shakespeare. Third, a description of the difficult, unrewarding work in nursing or farming. Right? So the concept of something being thankless, right? There are so many things that are thankless in this world. And I think talking about this today should give all of us a nice kick in the butt that we could say thank you more. I pride myself on being as gratuitous as I possibly can. I pride myself on being honest and blunt. But when I appreciate something, I appreciate it. I try to be as grateful as I can. Because the truth is, man, the only thing that you have control over is yourself. You can't force nobody else in this world comes with a remote controller where you can tell them what to do. Them robots ain't domesticated yet. But until those drop, you can't control other humans. You know what I'm saying? And so nobody gotta do anything that they do. When we have our event, every single person that show up to our event on February 13th, we gonna thank them for it. And I'm gonna mean that shit because you didn't have to. And you literally, especially if you like me, especially if you like Souls, especially if you like Tez, especially if you like Soft Rain, especially if you like Uncle Plug, you literally could have been anywhere else in the world, literally, but you here with me. You see what I'm saying? And so for that, we got to be more thankful. Most of the jobs are thankless, I would say. When the last time y'all stopped the person that cleaned the bathrooms in y'all building and tell them, you know what, thank you. I don't know when the last time somebody told you, but thank you. You know, you in and out these restrooms, you in and up and down the hallways, you vacuuming, you emptying garbages out. I don't know when the last time somebody that work here, not your boss that run your cleaning company, but I don't know when the last time somebody that work here stopped you and said thank you. I know these niggas is nasty. Thank you. You feel me? So just something to think about. It's a lot of thankless roles, thankless jobs, thankless positions that a lot of people play on a day-to-day. And so I think that all of us should think about that. And as much as we may have our moments where we expect thanks, we got to be giving it. You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure.
Classic.
Let's move. All right, y'all. So let me do the housekeeping real quick. Let me catch up on these comments. Let's see. Souls of Thought said, can you read that with the definition or think less or think less? Can you read that with the definition to compare the words? Yeah, absolutely. You saw my show. It's coming. He said every day. Yeah, I got you. So you want me to read the definition of thinkless? I got you. Okay, thinkless. Says a research framework. This is a technical breakdown. Hold on. Let me see. So think less is like strategies to combat overthinking, procrastination, and analysis paralysis, promoting action, mental clarity, and presence, often through books, focusing on practical steps like mindfulness, small actions, simplifying decisions, and shifting focus from excessive processing to doing. So that's what comes up for thinkless souls. You wanted to kind of cross-reference the two? I don't know. I think now looking at the definition of think less, though, I'm not sure they as closely related as I thought. I'm not sure. But yeah, chat, let me do some housekeeping, man. So right now, in 7 minutes, we have a premiere at the Raw Society Coalition channel. Go to the Raw Society Coalition channel and check out the premiere of The Human Experience with myself, Tez Down, and I think the whole coalition pulls up on that particular show. So check out that segment. That premieres at 8:00 p.m. So 5 minutes from now. Go tap in over there. And then right after that on that same channel, or you can go to Souls of Thought channel if you want to do super chats and send some bread to the situation. You can watch from that same channel, and you can watch the live stream of the No Middleman panel tonight. They come on at about 8:30 or 8:45, I believe. So make sure y'all tap in with the No Middleman panel. Aside from that, we have our live meetup, the Singles and Soulmates live podcast panel with concert by myself, Classic with the Classic Codes, also known as B Class. That is February 13th in the west suburbs of Chicago, Darien, Illinois, at the Q Bar. So make sure you get your tickets. That's going to be a dope event. It's going to be live as hell. We're going to have a great interactive panel, dope conversations, just like we do here every day. So we're going to push the envelope on that. And make sure that y'all grab y'all tickets and come into Chicago if you're not here. It's going to be great to spend your Valentine's weekend you know, out here in the city. You can get to Chicago from Darien in like 20 minutes. So even if you want to stay in the city, shoot to our event and spend the rest of your weekend in the city, you absolutely can do so from the location. So yeah, man, make sure that y'all make it out. Aside from that, make sure y'all follow all our channels. Follow the Tez Down, TEZDOWN. Follow Souls of Thought. Souls spelled like the sole of your shoe. Follow Conversations with Soft Rain, Rain spelled like Rain Supreme. Follow Uncle Plug TV, Plug spelled with 2 G's. And follow myself if you already hear the Classic Codes. Follow my clip channel, Classic Codes Clips for Reels. And follow Classic Codes Sports. And of course, like I just told you, from here, slide over to the Raw Society Coalition and watch the premiere of The Human Experience with myself, Tez Down, joined by the rest of the coalition. Like I said, we got the rest of your night filled. So man, enjoy us, and make sure y'all, if y'all don't do nothing else, y'all stick to the code. We got another classic. Yeah.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart and now hardened the flow.